They don't leave an organization, they leave a leader. People will never forget how you made them feel. You always feel valued. I think you feel empowered. So the question is, how do we develop a culture where people feel valued, inspired, and empowered? So what does it take? What does it take to be a leader that people love to follow? How are you treating me? And basically the people on the team, they said, where are you taking us? And how are you treating us? So I asked myself, if I'm following a leader that I love, what do I feel? What are my feelings? When I describe that leader that I love to follow, what comes from my heart? Why is it that I love him so much? And I think that there are three feelings that followers always have if they have a leader that they love. And let me give you those three feelings and then let me teach. I think that if you follow a leader that you love, you always feel valued. I think that's at the core. If I'm following a leader that I love, I can tell you for a fact that I feel valued by that leader. I think you feel empowered. So the question is, how do we develop a culture where people feel valued, inspired, and empowered? They don't leave an organization, they leave a leader. Always. It's a leader that either didn't value them, didn't inspire them, or didn't empower them. That when they leave the company, they don't leave the company, they leave a person. And so it's very important for you and I to know how to have those characteristics and qualities that we are leaders that people just love to follow in our life. So how do I have the people on my team always feel valued, inspired, and empowered? Let's go. Number one, as leaders, we need a heart to care. I've learned that people will forget what you said. People will forget what you did. But people will never forget how you made them feel. She is so right on target. We may forget what a person said. We may even forget what they did, but we will always remember how that leader made us feel. I think there are 4 words that show that you have a heart to care. I think there are 4 words that show that I have a heart to care. And the 4 words are these. I notice you matter. Those are the 4 words that if we express them often enough, if we live them often enough, trust me, the people around us will feel valued. Again, I said earlier, I think that when people leave an organization, they don't leave the organization, they leave the leader, and they leave the leader many times because they don't feel valued. We view people by the way we value people. You see, if I value you as important, I view you as important. Our values of people and our views of people never separate. It's not, I don't view you as unimportant as if I value as important. The values and the views have to come together. So to apply this first thought to our lives, the question I have for you is, do your people notice that they matter to you? And how do you know that they know that? And what do you do that makes them know that? And maybe even more important, what are you going to do this week to say to the people on your team, I notice and you matter? In other words, I have a heart to care, I value you. The second thing that leaders do really well, as leaders, we need a passion to inspire our people. I said we need a passion to inspire. Let me just give you, it's a small difference, but let me give you the difference between motivating people, which we have to do as leaders. We have to move them, and inspiring people. When I motivate people, that implies to a certain extent that I'm pushing you. not pushing you aggressively, but I'm slowly nudging and pushing you to do something that perhaps you don't want to do. Okay. When I inspire people, I kind of reach inside of you and I pull out of you things that you are naturally inclined to do, but may not do if I don't lead well. And the word passion, the leaders that people love to follow, they have a passion to inspire people. I love that because that passion means that they energize you, they maximize you. Every one of those lessons, he not only taught me those lessons through his words, he showed me those lessons through his actions. In fact, his actions weighed more heavily than his words. He lived all of the lessons for me to see. That's important because people do what people see. So the question, if you're going to be a leader that people love to follow, are you inspiring them? Are you inspiring them by your example? Can you do what a great leader always does? Look at the people that you lead and say, follow me. And they gladly get up and follow you because there's an inspirational quality there in your life. So the question that I have to ask about myself, and you need to ask about yourself, is very simple. What am I doing to inspire my team? How do I inspire my team? Do my team members feel inspired? Have I asked them, do I inspire you? And what can I do right now to inspire my people? Okay, let's go to the third thing that leaders do very well. And that is that we need a willingness to empower people, releasing people to reach their capacity and help the company reach its capacity. The opposite of empowerment is command and control. And I just want you to know that insecure people love command and control. Anybody that is insecure wants to have their hands on everything and they control everything. And I just want you to know that if you're a command and control person, there's a limitation to the growth of your company, always, not sometimes, always, because it will only grow to the level that you can personally command and control. And the moment that you have to release that to someone else, you get a problem. One of the weaker parts of leadership internationally so many times is that leaders delegate tasks, but they don't delegate authority. And let me just say this, it's quite simple. If you delegate tasks, you'll never develop leaders. You'll just develop followers. And I see it happen all the time, because you give them a job to do, they go do it, they come back, and you give them another job, and they do it, and they come back, and then you give them another job. All you're doing is you're developing a follower. They come back and go out, come back. To be honest with you, it's like playing fetch with your dog. I mean, you get a ball and you throw the ball out, the dog goes, runs after it, gets it, comes back, gives it to you, throw it back out, dog comes back, throw it back out, dog comes back. Most leaders, that's how they run their business. They're just delegating tasks and next, and they're just busy delegating tasks. And all they got is a bunch of followers. You see, if you want to develop leaders, you got to delegate authority. And that's how leaders get established. You cannot give what you do not have. We teach what we know, but we reproduce who we are. What I know is this: the only way you can develop better people on your team is for you to get better. The only way you can raise the bar to a next level for the people that you care about and want so desperately to help is for you to raise your own bar. You cannot take people where you have not been.